My name is Vera. I'm a health and wellness instructor from Stonebridge Community Services, and today I'm here with a gentle mat-based workout that really focuses on strong joints and core strength. Today I'm going to use 2 water bottles or light weights, something under 5 pounds because we're really concentrating on joints, and just some sort of pillow. And we're going to get started with just a range of motion for our shoulders. So let's bring the shoulders up to the ears. I'm going to get all the tension, even a little waggle out of your necks before we even start. Awesome. Love that. Frankenstein arms. And down. Good job. And up. Little shake. Want to fatigue these muscles so that we're not overusing those upper traps during our exercise. So shoulders are relaxed and down low. Next thing we're going to do is just roll the shoulder back, so up to the ear and back. See how high you can pull it up. Now let's put a little elbow into it. 3, 2 more, 4. See all kinds of cranky shoulder injuries as we age, and I don't want to see that happen for you guys. Arms out like we're shaking hands. Now this movement happens from the shoulder, so pretend you have no elbows at all. And we're going to retract from the shoulder and then reach it away. So the arm's only moving because that shoulder blade's sliding towards the center of the body. If you're finding that that's a difficult movement, that's not uncommon these days. We spend a lot of time on our phones. The shoulder blades spread apart and those muscles between the shoulder blades get really weak. But about over a third of our arm movement depends on us being able to do this. So this one you really want to practice. Other side. Retract, release. See if you're retracting. Try it in the mirror at home. See if you can retract without doing any of that. We don't want to be pulling. That's why I tried to tire those muscles out. Upper traps, these guys up here tend to be way more dominant. Perfect. And last one. Awesome. Okay, from here we're going to go snow angels. So just coming up to wherever. Try to keep your arms as straight as you can, wherever you can go, and stay pain-free. Let's go 2 more. If it's cranky at some point, just work within that pain-free zone. Okay, let's grab our water bottles. We're going to start by bringing the arms just straight out in front and just lifting to wherever you can go without it hurting. And 2. And 3. 2 more. 4. Make sure you're even on your sitting bones. And out a little wider. You can be sitting in a chair wherever you're comfortable for these guys. And 2. I like it because it's easy to do at a desk or just sitting around watching TV. Really nice way to get those shoulders nice and strong. Keep us pain-free. Perfect. Okay, from here, 3 little circles. 3 and 2. Let's pause and reverse. 3 and 2. Very last one. Nice job. Let's turn our palms up and then pour the drink forward. Pour the drink to the back. Pour the drink forward. 3 and release. 4. If you need to take a break at any time, feel free to let that happen. 1 more. Let's hold it here. Balance the bottles on our hand. Just up and down. 2 and 3. And because shoulder muscles, the rotator cuffs, little tiny teeny muscles, they're going to fatigue quick. So don't be alarmed if you find that you can only do a few of these and you have to take a break. That's okay. After a few weeks, they'll get stronger and stronger. Last one, thumbs through the back wall. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good job. Okay, we'll put the bottles aside for now. We're going to be lying down on our mats. I'm going to use a pillow later when I'm on my belly, but if you feel more comfortable with a pillow when you're laying down on your back, by all means let that happen, okay? And so let's just position ourselves so the back of our hips are nice and even, the knees are in, shoulders are wide. Let's start by bringing our hands to the shoulders, pushing the elbows down to the floor, and then seeing if you can turn the back of your hands down to the floor. So press, 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 and release. Let's let the hand come up, and then we're just going to rotate down. Perfect. See if you can bring your elbows up a little higher so they're about even with the shoulders. Same thing, puppet arms. We're going to go parallel to the up to the ceiling, and then just back of the hands to the floor. Trying to push down on the back of the hands and release. And press down and release. Let's go 2 more. Down and release. One more time, and only within that range of motion that feels right for you. Now try to keep the back of the hands on the floor, slide the elbows in, and then stretch it out. Trying to keep the ribs nice and flat as we just work through that full range of motion with the shoulders and trying to get the shoulder blades to tip up and down as we move. Trying to get everything unstuck, basically. 2 more. Very last one. Perfect. And down. And let's bring the hands right down to the side. Slide the hands down towards the feet and the feet up towards the hand for bridging. First thing we want to do is squeeze glutes, energy in your toes, and just let the hips lift off the floor. Holding it there. 4 and 3. Check your shoulders. Try to be as even as you can through your shoulders. 2 and squeeze glutes, lift and hold. 4 and 3 and 2 and down. Going to do a few more of these. If you do have back problems, these guys are your friend. It's an exercise that you might want to practice a few times a day. And squeeze, lift, and hold. Also really nice hip opener. And relax. Last one. Squeeze, lift, and hold. Totally optional. If you feel like you can, unweight 1 foot and down. If that doesn't feel good, stay with both feet down. The goal when we're doing this is trying to keep our hips as level as we can as we lift from one side to the other. 4 and 3. Just 2 more. We're almost there. Well done. Last one. Good job. And hips down. Nice work. Give your hips a little shake. And then from here, we're going to reach one leg all the way out. And now let's push into that heel, reach it away. And from here, we're going to let that leg come up about knee height and then point it away. Heels and toes. Trying to stay even through the back of the hips as we reach and lift. Lift, and then reach that toe right across the room. Trying to stay even by using the muscles of your core. Last one. Perfect. Okay, from here we're going to slide that heel in, switch sides. Try to push that heel right across the room. We're going to lift about knee height and then point and drag it down. Reaching the heels, up we go. Even through the back of the hips. 3 and release. And 4 and release. And 5 and release. Good job. Slide it in. I just want to pre-stretch the hamstrings before we do a lot of leg lifting. So let's start just by pointing the foot, flexing, point and flex, point and flex, point, and now some ankle circles. 2 and 3. Pause and reverse the other way. 3 and 2 and 1. Good job. Pull your toes back towards your nose and try to straighten that leg out as much as you can. Keeping it hugged tight to the chest. Never want to do this stretch if you do have hip replacement though. We don't want to bring the legs up past 90, so just keep that in mind. Nice deep breathing. Every exhale we try to straighten that leg a wee bit more. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good job. A couple more deep breaths. I just want to give it that time to relax and release, because in a minute we're going to be doing some work with our legs in the air. And if these hamstrings are really tight, they're going to be pulling those legs back down and creating stress on your low back. Also, just want you to think about this. If it does bother you when you're doing that work with your leg in the air, you might want to grab a pillow and put it underneath your bottom, because just by lifting that up, it might just take away that strain from those tight hamstrings. hamstrings pulling up. Let's flex and point and flex. All 5 toes, reach, 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 round up the foot, try to get a little cramp and pull. You want to wake those feet muscles up. They're important, they support us all day. Perfect, little circles, 3 and 2, and let's pause and reverse, 3 and 2. Last one, pull back into the heel, straighten that leg as much as you can, but try to keep the shoulders back down on the floor. Try to avoid reaching. Want to keep that frame of the body nice and flat. Nice deep breathing, pull the toes back to the nose, hug it a little tighter, breathe, 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 make sure your tailbone stays down. One more big breath here. Perfect, bend that foot and lower it down. Okay, hopefully that's released the hamstrings a bit so that when we lift that leg up, we want to bring it in far enough so that you feel your bottom ribs are flat. Actually, if you're comfortable bringing your hands behind your back, this might give you a little more feedback because really we want to be pushing that right behind your ribs, the lower ribs into your back. And we're trying to keep that anchored as we lower that leg down and up. So the goal is to keep that back nice and still. The further you take your heel away from your bottom, the harder this exercise will be. 3 and 4. One more time. And 5. Perfect. Okay, if you're comfortable with that and you can add on, take that opposite hand out, touch the knee. And now as we lower the leg down to the floor, we're going to reach that arm overhead and then up and tap. And 2. Still trying to keep connected behind your back, ribs to the mat, trying to not to have any change in that low back as you lower and lift. And 2 more. And last one. Well done. And release. One of my favorites. Bring your other hand behind the back. Knee comes up. We're going to press a little back into our hands. Keep that energy. Point the toe and start to lower and lift. And 2. Remember, you can take that heel further away if it's super easy and closer to your bottom if it's hard. Perfect. If everything's going okay, that's nice and easy and you want more of a challenge, just take that opposite hand out. We're going to reach that arm overhead and tap. And 2. And tap. And 3, lengthen. And release. 2 more. 4. And up. One more time. And 5. And up. Well done. Let's bring both knees into the chest. I'm just going to give it a little sideways, back and forth. And now let's cross the ankles, knees nice and wide. Focus here is just to find your tailbone and lift it away. So a little tiny movement, but really trying to focus on or isolate the muscles below your belly button, deep into the lower abs. 4. And 5. And 6. And 7, almost there. 8, 2 more. 9, 1 more, and 10. Perfect. Okay, uncross. Feet are together, heels, balls of the feet. Knees are wide now. Bring the knees in far enough so that your low back's nice and anchored. We're going to start by just closing and opening. 2, pressing into the feet for that resistance. Ribs are nice and flat. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Okay, from here we're going to reach the legs out. We're going to glue the inner thighs together and tuck. Now this is going to be harder, so make sure your bottom ribs stay anchored down. So it's going to be easier if your feet go up towards the ceiling. And as you get stronger, you can lower it down, but never to the point where that back arches. Always make sure that you can stay nice and solid and anchored through your bottom ribs. 3, almost there. And 4. Only one more here. 5. Well done, good job. Let's bring the legs down one at a time, a little shake. Well done. Okay, from here, lifting those muscles between the ribs and the hips, trying to keep the hips facing forward as we lift. Sometimes when your quads are stronger, you'll find you jackknife here. Don't let that happen. Try to really stay straight and make it happen between your ribs and hips on the side and down. Squeeze, lift, and hold. So again, really important exercise if you do have back pain. We want to strengthen our core at every direction to keep that back safe and down. One more, we're going to add a little flutter kick to it. So just a little swim kick. Nice long legs. 4, 3, 2, reconnect, heels, balls of the feet, lengthen and down. Good job. Okay, let's press into the heel, lengthen that top leg out so you feel your waist lengthen, and then just lift and lower. Relax the neck. 2 and 3 and 4. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Now let's go big toes together. So we're lifting a little more with the heel. 1 and 2. 3. We're just testing different muscles. Every time we change position, changes the muscle we use a wee bit. 2 more. 5 and 6. Perfect. Okay, feet are together. We'll bring the knees in. Clam, also one you'll see almost every program because we need to get into those deep glutes to protect the back. So we're going to glue the heels together, open up and release. And 2 and 3 and 4. 4 more. Relax the neck. 3 more. 2 more. Very last one. Well done. We're going to lengthen that bottom leg out, top leg either behind or in front. If it's in front, try to open it up into a nice figure 4 stretch. We're going to lengthen that bottom leg, knees facing forward as we lift from the inner thigh. 2 and 3 and 4. 4 more. 3 more. Almost there. 2 more to go. Last one. And now let's connect that little baby toe to the floor, lifting a little more with our heel. 2 and 3. 4. 2 more. 5. 1 more. And 6. Perfect. Relax. Okay, from here, let's pop right up to our elbow. Now try to straighten through the spine. And from here, we're just going to use the muscles underneath to lift us away. So holding it there for 4 and 3. Trying to stay light on that front foot and down. One more time. Big breath in, using the muscles underneath to lift away. Holding it there for 4 and 3 and 2 and down. Well done. Okay, from here, let's roll over onto our stomach. And we're going to grab that little pillow just to support the head. So make sure you have that little pillow or tennis ball underneath for that little bit of support. Okay, from here, we want to give ourselves a little bit of a double chin. Let's bring the arms down to our side. I want to be slapping the floor. And maybe let's bring our heels, just drop them in. If you do have low back problems, that might alleviate a little stress. And then just pull your belly button up away from the floor to engage your abs. And now slide the hands down towards the feet. And we're going to start by turning the thumbs up towards the air and lifting and lowering your arms. 2 and 3. 2 more. 4. 1 more. And 5. Okay. We're going to add on to that. We're going to lift the hands, but we're also going to keep that double chin and let the head float up. So we're just going to come up and down. So posture exercise here. 2 and 3 and down. 2 more. 4 and down. hands underneath the hip bones in the front. And now I just want you to lift one foot up and release. And now do that again. Notice whether that hip bone changes in your hand. So up and hold. If you do find that that hip gets heavier, we're not engaging enough. So really tighten up the belly and then see if you can lift that leg without that change happening. And down. Let's switch sides. Up and down. And up and down. Two more. And last one. Okay. Now we're going to add on to that. We're going to take the hands up into a V position. Stretch the arms out nice and long. When the right leg comes up, the left hand's going to come up. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. One more for 6. Good job. Okay, from here, let's just push yourselves back. We're going to nice straight spine here. Let the tailbone go towards the heels and up. So again, just loosening the hips up. Trying to keep a straight spine. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Okay, from here we're going to come down to our elbows. And your choice. We could just go with that plank here, where we're off the knees by bringing the feet up. Hold it there and keep breathing. Or you can bring the toes down and press into the heels. And nice deep breaths. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's go 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Let's let the hips just fall down. And then from here, just anchor the hips into the floor. We're going to just bend that knee, squeeze a tomato behind it. And now, only if you're not cramping, then flex the foot. So bring the toes down to the floor and squeeze a little harder. Now, maybe a little more weight on the front of that hip and lengthen that knee away. So just opening through the hips. Nice deep breathing, well done. And same thing on the other side, just going to squeeze in, a little heavier on that hip. Maybe flex the foot, see if you're cramping or not. If you're cramping, don't go with the flex, that'll make it a little more intense. And relax. Well done. Let's bring our head over to the other side. Got one more side to do. And now, we're going to lengthen out. We're going to lift both legs up. Hold it there. 4 and 3 and 2 and down. And up and hold. 4 and 3 and 2 and down. And up and hold, totally optional if you want, the flutter kick, nice straight legs. If not, feel free to just work on that lift. And reconnect heels, balls of the feet, and down. Let's press into that top heel, reach that leg right across the room, lift and lower. 2 and 3 and down. 4, we've got 4 more. 4 more. Nice and tight through the belly. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Let's go toes together. Lifting, leading with the heel. 2 and 3 and 4. 2 more. 5. 1 more and 6. Perfect. And now knees in. We're going to open and close, keeping the hips facing forward. 2 and 3 and 4. 4 more. 4 more. 3 more. We're almost there. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Straighten the bottom leg, top leg in front or behind. Gonna just think of that inner thigh lifting as the knees face forward. 2 and 3. 4. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Glue the baby toe to the floor. Lift with the heel for the next 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Well done. We're going to pop up onto that elbow. Nice straight spine, don't let yourself succumb to gravity. And from here, we're just gonna lift up. You can bring your hands wherever you're comfortable. Hold it there for 4 and 3 and 2 and release. One more time, big breath in, up and hold. 4 and 3 and 2. Well done, and release. Let's finish in seated position or standing. Let's do a little stretch for the neck. Gonna bring your hands down to the side or behind, wherever your shoulders let you go. Pull the shoulders back, chest tall, double chin, ear to one shoulder. I hope you enjoyed the program today. I'm so glad you could be here with me, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Let's bring the ear up and over to the other shoulder. And then back and together. See if you can pull the shoulders back and lift the hands up away from your bottom. And release. Last big breath. Reach for the sky. And come on down. Take a bow. Well done today. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.